let's get into our official 2024 NBA Finals predictions. We're going to put everything on the overlay over to the side of the screen, and I think it'll be that way from my perspective. So on that side of the screen, you'll see everything. We'll kind of just take it in turns, and we're going to do this a little bit differently in the sense where you're going to give your prediction, but you're going to give a breakdown of how each game in the series will go, for how long you think it'll be. So we're not looking for scores. We're not looking for scores. We're just looking for the basics. So just say, like, if you have Boston in 5, you just say, Boston blows them out in game 1.
Yeah.
Luka buzzer beater in game 2, stuff like that. Boston.
Okay.
They're the best team in the league.
Yeah.
So they have home court throughout the entire playoffs. So you want to start?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So I got Mavs in 7.
I keep forgetting you're a Celtics hater.
Mavs in 7. I don't believe the Celtics until they win it.
All right.
Okay. And so Boston has home court, and I think it's going to be one of those weird series where you're gonna have home teams playing not as good as the away team. I feel like the away team is going to steal a couple games from the home team. So I think the Mavs will make the series 1-1, then the Celtics will make it 2-2, right?
Yep.
And then it will be what's it called? 2-2. Series is tied, and then Game 5 is gonna be Celtics home, right?
Yeah.
So then Game 5, let's see. I got Celtics winning Game 5. The Mavs win the last 2. That's how I think it's gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mavs in 7.
Mavs in 7. I'm hoping it's 7 games.
I don't want it to be 7. I want it to kind of be 6. Game 7 stressed me out, bro.
I love Game 7.
I hate Game 7s.
Yeah, but
I love, but even like
for
still,
a fan though, like
for a fan, like I've been through it with Game 7s, being on the wrong end of it in the most heartbreaking way possible. I just don't wish that upon any other fans. Like, it's just so like damaging.
Yeah.
I will disagree with you.
Okay.
I have Boston in 6.
Okay.
I think Boston redeems themselves from their 2022 flunders. I think they win Game 1. I think it's like close until they pull away in the 4th. I think the Mavs win Game 2 to tie it up.
Okay.
I think Boston takes both games in Dallas to go up 3-1.
Oh, wow.
I think the Mavs win a close one in Game 5 in Boston, but in the end, I do think Boston gets it together and wins Game 6 in the NBA Finals on the Mavs home court.
Oh, wow. So Boston wins 3 games at the Mavs court.
The Boston Celtics are undefeated on the road this postseason.
Okay.
That is my basis. Boston, I think, is 8-0 on the road or 6-0 on the road. Mm-hmm. So I
about
have
you,
that.
Anthony?
I'm going to be the deciding over here. So this is going to be a 7-game series.
Okay.
And the MVP of the finals.
Well, say that for after.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then one player on this team that wins the finals is going to be the undoubtedly best player in the world going into next season. And it's going to be Mavs in 7. And you guys know who that player is. It's going to be Luka.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's going to be Mavs in 7.
You're a little far from the mic.
I was going to say, I sound a little like I'm underwater. There we go. It's going to be Mavs in 7. I'm going to go with him as well. I want it to be a 7-game series. I think they're going to split the first 4, 1-1, 1-1.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2-2 going back to Boston. I think we have a game winner from either Kyrie or Luka. I'm going to say Kyrie in Game 5 at Boston.
Yeah.
They have the momentum going into Game 6 at home, but I think Boston does not want to get eliminated on Dallas's home court and have them celebrate in their own. It's kind of, you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
So they go into Game 6. I feel like they're going to not blow out, but win, I think, in respectful fashion where they have a comfortable lead. Game 7 back in Boston. I think it flips to Dallas taking their Boston's home court advantage and just running away with it. Kyrie's going to go off in Game 7. I feel like in Boston because, with the chip on the shoulder, the adrenaline is going to have there in a Game 7. Luka's going to go off as well. And I think that's going to be a close game in Game 7. I think it's going to be probably a 5-point margin, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I think every game is going to be within 10-point margin, I would hope.
Yeah.
I hope. It's wishful thinking, but
there's going to be at least one blowout.
Yeah.
That always
I
happens.
think the blowout I said was Game 5. I think they win comfortable fashion. Boston wins in comfortable fashion in going into Boston. But I think, 7 games, Mavs in 7.
Luka,
And Luka's
MVP.
Both of you, I assume, have Luka.
Yeah.
Luka's the new best player in the world, and it's going to surpass Jokic.
Okay.
Going into next
I
season.
can't agree with that second part. I just
No,
can't.
I,
How?
I think that's
'Cause
going to be.
look at last year though.
They're both up there.
No, but they're both up there. But
Luka's going to pass for the next season going into it.
I don't think so. I think even if Luka wins the finals, I still think he's the second best player in the world behind Jokic.
Why?
Because, bro, if you look at the past like 3 years, Jokic has always, in my opinion, been the best player in the world. But everyone's had Giannis. But Giannis played like ass in the playoffs, like after winning the championship. So he kind of wasn't on that same pedestal as Jokic was. And obviously winning the finals, Jokic has years of experience getting up to that point. This is Luka's like best playoff run yet, but he still has way better pieces around him than Jokic did with Denver last year. And even still, when they did the top 100 rankings last year, Jokic was second behind Giannis after winning the championship and after that insane run.
I wouldn't say way better, but you could say better.
I mean,
But I wouldn't say
Jokic has no
it's
All-Stars, no All-NBA players. Luka has a Hall of Famer and what's his face?
That's it.
Role players.
Role players.
Yeah, they have a Hall of Famer, but they have the Hall of Famer enough as it is that. And Luka struggled in the first 2 series, so I can't give him best player in the world because you need to be dominant throughout the entire playoff run, and he hasn't been.
Still averaged around 26,
He still did,
27
but,
points.
I mean, we were talking about it during the Thunder series. He was not playing good. I can't just flip the script like that. He's second best for me.
Okay.
But I have a bit of a hot take. I do not think Jason Tatum will be finals MVP.
Brown.
Jaylen Brown
Easily.
Okay.
will be finals MVP.
Yeah.
But I think I think the one player to watch out for specifically in this series is Drew Holiday. Because I think it's so key having someone with championship experience.
Yeah.
And I think you've seen that over the years, right? You saw Drew Holiday himself back in 2021. Obviously, he didn't win the ring, but he knew what it took.
Yeah.
And obviously, you saw the whole Warriors and everything like that. Last year, KCP winning it with the Lakers just brings that sort of, you know what it takes, and you can help get it done. I think him and Derek White are going to be really key as far as a backcourt goes. And I think at the end of the day, Al Horford's going to be so important. But regardless, I still think whoever wins this finals, I still think will be at the very least top 3 in the world behind Jokic.
For sure.
So I think Brown or Tatum will be probably like 4, 5, maybe 3. And I think Luka will be number 2 in my opinion. I think there will be a very sizable gap from Jokic and Luka compared to who's third. And I think that's really important. And I think it's Boston's time to finally win. I think this is the year to get it done. And I think they have all they need. If Porzingis is back, I think it's a surefire bet. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll hold my hands up and congratulate Dallas.
All right.
Okay.
I think that's all we got on that.
Yeah. Any other final thoughts on the NBA Finals?
No. I'm just hoping for good. I hope no injuries to big players.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't look forward
It's
to.
been rough,
I hope
man.
it goes 7 games, and I hope there's no injuries. That's it. And I hope the refs call a good series. That's all I want.
Right.
That's fine.
That's all I want.